Duke Forest, North Carolina. Ravens, Steelers. Cowboys, Redskins. El Clasico. These are just a small amount of rivalries that you might see on TV every so often. Sports rivalries have been a huge part in our culture and in our society for many centuries. What's so great about sports rivalries is that they just aren't part of one sport, they affect all kinds of sports. The history of these rivalries affect us whenever they come around, as many friend groups that support different teams might split up for the team that they truly love and support. Rivalries can be very bad for humanity, as we see many riots and fights between the two clubs or team, yet they are good due to the great competition that results as both teams have a need to win. Throughout this, we will learn about the rivalries and about what my interviewees said on what they believe on what occurs on rivalries.
My favorite sport is soccer. My biggest team rivalry is Barcelona versus Real Madrid. It's been going on. It's been going on for many years, and it's really behind politics. That's where it all started. And it's just a deep rivalry because both teams are always good and the games are always amazing. And they only happen they don't happen that many times a year. So it's rare, but the games are always great. I'm a Barcelona fan. The reason why I hate Real Madrid is mainly because when I started watching soccer, the main reason why I hated them was they always just got lucky. I just feel like, I don't know, my team is lucky too, but I just feel like they get lucky. And I don't know, like their center back, Sergio Ramos. He's annoying to me. He always gets cards on purpose. And when they had Ronaldo, they don't have him anymore. He was also annoying because he also got lucky all the time. Real Madrid's best player, Ronaldo, he left. He went to another team. So now they're pretty weak, which makes me happy. But yeah, the rivalry, it's watered down because only Barcelona has the star player. Rivalries occur because of star-studded teams and also just like good matches. Because I feel like in soccer, the more physical the match, the more like entertaining. So I feel like when Barcelona and Real Madrid clash, there's a lot of emotion attached to it because of where it started with politics. So the emotion is a big part of why that rivalry occurs in all rivalries, just based off emotion. Rivalries are both positive and negative. Positive because it shows competitive spirits, what you want in a game. Just two teams fighting, not till the death, literally, but figuratively till the death. And I think that can also be something negative because a lot of rivalries that can be fights, a lot of violent, extra violent activity that just isn't really allowed in the game because people's emotions are high. So when people's emotions are high, they do things that can create very violent situations. So that's a negative. I feel like the El Clasico has the most emotion around it. Like every time I can feel the emotion when I watch the game on television. I can feel the crowd. Every time they go against each other, the crowd is just full. They're yelling. The crowd is sometimes more emotional than the player. The crowd gets really into it. The players, you can just see that emotion pouring out while they're playing. To me, the difference is the history and the emotion. If two teams just started being rivals, it usually doesn't last because one team probably just gonna get bad, the other team's gonna start dominating them, and it's not gonna be a rivalry anymore. But two teams consistently stay they're not as good as each other, but they're like always good. They're always near each other in talent and like how good they are. That makes a rivalry.
Real Madrid vs. Barcelona, also known as El Clasico, is considered to be one of the most pungent representations of competitive soccer ever. Real Madrid vs Barcelona's rivalry would be formed due to politics, and politics would mainly form many rivalries during this time as it was completely normal. Many people consider this rivalry to be one of the fiercest rivalries in soccer ever, as we see many riots and many fights due to this. El Clasico is the second most watched soccer match in the world, bringing in as many as 100 million viewers. This rivalry is so crazy due to the crazy amounts of red cards and yellow cards that happen every match between these two. It's just a desire to hate one another. If you ever like watching sports, I definitely recommend this rivalry as it's very fun to watch. I give this a solid 10 out of 10 for any rivalry.
Currently, my favorite sport is football. So my team's biggest rivalry is the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this rivalry started like in the 1960s when the Cowboys first came into the NFL. And like, you know, the Redskins and the Cowboys like down the same division, they started playing each other twice a year. Fans, I just don't like their fans. Like, their fans are so freaking arrogant. They think they're so good at everything that like they actually suck. They're not good at all. Like, I think it's been like a pretty like fierce rivalry since it started long ago. Well, I think like maybe because like something happened between like the teams that have around. I think they're more of a positive thing because like it's what makes sports fun. Like, without rivalries, that sports wouldn't be as fun. For the biggest rivalry ever, I'd say it's either the Red Sox versus Yankees.
The Redskins vs Cowboys rivalry is one of the biggest rivalries in the NFL that occurs usually about 2 times every year. As a Redskins fan, I have a desire to hate the Cowboys and everything about them as the Cowboys hate the Redskins. It's just what fans do. When hearing this name, it sounds like a rivalry due to the history between the two, as they had many battles in the 19th century in the Wild West. This rivalry was in its prime in the 1980s as both teams were extremely good and they played each other in many NFC championships. Both teams hate each other as if it's not a game, more a fight. However, the rivalry has kind of died down as both teams aren't as elite and great as they once were. I give this a solid 8 out of 10 due to the crazy atmosphere coming out of the stadium by both fans still.